seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are...
We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me...
Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a Native Black American and a member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com to schedule a consultation.
And I just wonder for anybody who heard that, like what they thought of that.
Deeply offended. I was deeply offended, and it felt like a moment where it's like, you N-words better get in line and do what we say. And it felt like him as the czar of the Democratic Party coming down to say, go get these N-words in line. And the general tone of it was disgusting. It was abhorrent. I don't respect it. I didn't like nothing about it. And Kamala, 2 days after that, is like, we love our black men. We have programs and things that we're rolling out for them, and she rolled out policy.
Good cop, bad cop. You know, because
I'm tired of the good cop, bad cop. Right, I'm tired of it.
Obama. Who the hell are you, man? Who the hell are you? Talking to brothers like you somebody's daddy. Like we can't think for ourselves. And I need to put the word out about you brothers who were standing there with him as he, talks down on men, black men in particular. Y'all should have left. I don't even know why y'all stood there and listened to that foolishness. No, and let me say this too, Mr. Obama. I bet you wouldn't go and talk to black men in mega spaces like that. I tell you that. You know where to go. You sitting over there addressing black men in a safe space. You wouldn't dare come over to black men in mega spaces talking that crap. I guarantee you that. You ain't nobody's daddy, man. Acting like black men can't think for themselves, and when we do, we somehow don't like women. Man, if you don't get your sissy ass up out of here, yo, light the White House and gay color ass. Fuck out of here, dude.
I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. For black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels for 'em. When I pull up, they pee how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit 'em, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had a dream.
You don't have to try to be something you're not. God, I can't stand this.
Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? If that's being something I'm not, then fine.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois. My grandfather was a black from a long line of journeymen who lived in Connecticut since the establishment of the colonies. My father was a Bajan who came to this country a cabin boy in a merchant marina.
I know all of that, Mama.
Then know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They asked only one thing of this world: to be allowed to be. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children and educated them all. Who held off 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons off to jail for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hit the like button on the way in, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. This is a crowd-funded operation after all. And let's get on with the content. I mean, Barack Obama and Kamala Harris are trying to guilt-trip black men into voting. You can't make this shit up.
Black men being lectured to. Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
And Obama has 0 Black American ancestry, 0 Native Black American lineage. Mans has a Kenyan sperm donor of a father. You're not of our culture, Obama, for you to lecture us.
Kamala Harris is ramping up her outreach to black men.
We are talking about sons. We are talking about fathers. We are talking about grandsons. We're talking about grandparents. We're talking about uncles.
An estimated 90% of black men voted for President Joe Biden in 2020. And Harris does lead Donald Trump 84-8 among likely black voters overall. But even a relatively small drop in support from black men could be significant for Harris, given the razor-thin margins in some of these battleground states. So, in the final stretch of the race, Harris is going all out, with media appearances and events, in addition to outlining what she's called an opportunity agenda for black men. Those policies include a plan to provide as many as 1 million fully forgivable loans of up to $20,000 for black entrepreneurs, further investment into training and apprenticeship programs designed to help black men land jobs in high-demand industries, the launch of a national health equity initiative focused on black men, plus the legalization of recreational marijuana, with the focus on ensuring black men have access to that.
Yeah, sounds good on paper, don't it? It all sounds good on paper. And goddamn it, she don't even trust us to pay back the loan. She said it's a it's a forgivable loan. She's already forgiven us before we borrowed the money, huh?
Industry.
My pledge is, as president, I will work on decriminalizing it because I know exactly how those laws have been used to disproportionately impact certain populations and specifically black men.
And the vice president is also tapping campaign surrogates, including NBA icon Magic Johnson and former President Barack Obama.
Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. That seems to be more pronounced.
Yeah, it's because we fell for it once. Shame on us, but you can't fool me again. Yeah, we thought that you were the first black president, and oh my gosh, yes, we can change. And then you did more for the LGBTQ plus community than you ever did for black folks. You gave them the right to marry and, you know, get a bunch of legislation and hate crime bills passed and everything, and you do a damn thing for us while unarmed black folks were getting murdered on your watch.
With the brothers.
All right, this message is to former President Barack Obama. The congregation of black men does not need your advice or your guidance on who to vote for, especially when you showed your true character and your true colors when you were the president. When you were the president, last time I recall, you had the House, you had the Senate, and you had the executive branch for 2 years. You could have passed anything, any legislation that would have helped black men in the black community. But I wonder, what did you choose to make your main focal point? the LGTB community. And that's cool and all. That can be your prerogative. But don't try to bring your dusty ass back over here to black man and think that you can tell us who to vote for. No, we're not voting for Kamala Harris. We don't give a damn about all of these scare tactics that you use against black women. Oh my God, they're going to take away abortion. They're going to take away our food stamps, welfare, government assistance. They're going to take away all of our handouts. They're not going to forgive our student loans. Well, guess what? Black man, we don't give a damn. Our community is destroyed. Our women are raising the kids, and our kids are destroying and tearing up the goddamn street. The same people that you made your main focal point are endangering the minds of our women. They are endangering the minds of our kids. And let's get another thing straight. You're an East African, half Kenyan man who wasn't raised with the same values as your dad because he wasn't there.
Ooh, daddy wasn't there. Does he even care? Oh, yeah, y'all. We really got the wool pulled over our eyes with Obama. We didn't realize that not all skin folk is kinfolk, and we didn't understand that these Africans are so different than us and have so much vitriol for us, and that these Jamaicans and Caribbean folks are the same for the most part when it comes to their disdain and their cosplaying of our culture while denigrating us at the same time. So, yeah, fool me once, shame on me, but fool me can't get fooled again.
Most of us in America, we are West African by ancestry.
Oh, that's where you lost me, brother. Sorry, not sorry. Most of us descend from indigenous aborigines of the Americas. I'm a full-time genealogist, so I'll be the first one to correct the brother there. Lord, they perish for a lack of knowledge. They know not what they do.
My name is Javaris Johnson. I work in the oil and gas industry as a truck driver. I recently just did a consultation for my genealogy with Mike at Key Media Pro. It was awesome. A lot of great information. A lot of stuff I'm going to have to go back and digest because it was so much information, man. And it really got me, it really helped me to get on the path to enrolling with my tribe and learning everything, man. And it's just a great and awesome experience. You know, I encourage you guys, you know, if you're curious, to go out, do your family tree and connect with your ancestors.
Igbo, Yoruba, Angola, Congolese, Ghanaian, Ashanti. That's what we are. So no, I don't know what your values are, but I know what most black men's values are, and they're not the same values that the Democratic Party holds. So I'm gonna tell you like this, I could give a damn about the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, but I'm gonna go vote for Trump. You wanna know why? Just to let black women know who run this shit.
So
wait, hold on. He lost me again, guys. He was doing so well. I swear to God, he was doing so well. We were following along, and then he went with we all West Africans, and I'm showing black woman who's boss. I mean, okay. Take out the Pan-African misogyny, and the rest of his message I can get behind. Sorry for that, ladies. I don't know where that came from. He's a manospheral incel ass nigga. He slipped that in the last minute. He said, nah, black women. Like, what the fuck?
This message is for Barack Obama, Magic Johnson, and all the brothers, Luke Campbell, and all the brothers that they're sending to beat down black men who have woken up and decided to see other options other than 60 years of failure from one party, and that's the Democratic Party. I'm going to be respectful because a lot of these men I admire. I really do admire you for all you've done and all your achievements. But at the same time, my admiration of you is not more important than my family thriving. I don't care if Kamala Harris is a woman. I could think of 3 other women who would have been better suited for president than Kamala Harris. She's just a woman who is not ready to be president, her as an individual, and that has nothing to do with her gender. She is a mess of a person, and I don't want her leading this nation. It has nothing to do with her race, whether she's black, Irish, Indian. I don't care about the race of my president. I really don't care. I never have, and I never will. Race does not make you qualified to be.
I care. I don't want another African president, guys. One and done with the African presidents. I'm cool.
President, okay? Sure, I'm proud anytime I see a black person elevate. I am proud as a black man based on everything we've been through in this nation. I'm so proud to see when our brothers and sisters elevate to positions of power and influence, when they earn it, when they deserve it. I don't want to see it just handed to somebody just because of something, of their skin color. Because you could have beautiful black chocolate skin and be a complete disaster as a leader. And I don't want to play that game. I'm going to make this very clear. For all this talking down you do to us, you have to know this, that black men owe Kamala Harris absolutely nothing. We don't owe her a thing. You guys are talking down to us like we owe her money or something like that. We don't owe her a thing. I'm glad that there's a lot of us this time around who this time she's going to have to earn our vote. She can't just show up with some hot sauce, collard greens. She can't just show up speaking in the Southern twang like you've been doing lately, Obama. Come on, bro, stop. She can't just do that and get our vote. She has to earn it, and she hasn't earned a damn thing as it relates to getting to the position she's in right now. It was given to her, and she is not capable of doing the job.
I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bath.
Just not. So please stop trying to convince me as a black man that I just have to vote for this black woman. I'm not doing it. As a black man, I'm going to do what's best for my community. And the good news for you guys is this. Still, most black people are still going to vote for her. But I'm so proud of the number of black individuals, men and women, because you guys make it seem like it's just men. Boy, I'm talking to a lot of women too. A lot of women too who are done. We're done with the BS. We need a competent leader. And Kamala Harris just ain't it. So that's my thoughts. Stop trying to shame me. Stop calling me low informed. I'm very informed. I'm a very informed. If you send people for me, I'm going to send them back as a Republican, guys. And I'm a Democrat. All right? Because I'm done.
It's like an open thing. Barack Obama gets on TV and he says, I have a message for black people, right? You have pretty much no choice but to choose this woman over here because she comes from where you come from. She looks like you. Even though this woman hasn't presented us with any policies, haven't instilled in us any confidence to make us say, okay, yeah, that's who I want to vote for. That's the lady that got my vote. I'm behind her. Y'all want to turn it into this black man versus black woman thing, and that's not even the case. Trust me, if there was a viable black woman up there that was running for freaking office, we would rally behind her in a heartbeat, right? But Kamala is not that, and her track record doesn't show that she gives any two shits about black people or the plight of the economy or anybody in general. Think about it. In this economy, I'm staying out on the fucking streets, am I not? I'm living on the streets. So what he's telling me to do is to ignore my situation, ignore my interest to vote for this woman who's been in office for the last 4 years, right? With this old geriatric motherfucker that she helped prop up with a stick, right? And let this economy go into disarray. Let it go into disarray. This man gets up here and tells me that I don't know any better. You don't know, you guys need to be on board with this. No, I don't need to be on board with the Democratic Party because even when you were in there, you didn't do a motherfucking thing for us. Obama. Yeah, this is a direct freaking video to Obama on my birthday. Fuck you. Don't ever come out trying to shame us for who we voting for while you.
Damn, he said on my birthday too. He said I'm homeless on my birthday and I'm here to say fuck Obama.
You sitting freaking pretty and letting this economy crash the way it's crashing. Somebody in my comments said, well, the reason that the economy was so good during Trump's administration was because of what Obama did. And that's why you sat so pretty during that. No, shut the fuck up. Shut up. That don't even make sense. Then if that's the case, then why haven't the economy been good for the last 4 years? So it's like, okay, so now that these people have been in office for the last 4 years, if they were so amazing then, why are we still going on this downward spiral? Why is the economy going into a toilet? Why would
Barrack. As a native of Chicago that watched your policies not do a single thing for black people, not anything for crime, not anything for a better way of living, it is insulting that you decided to get up here and pander us as black men for not voting for Kamala Harris. You are only voting for Kamala yourself because you have no choice.
We both know that deep down inside, you wanted the open convention, but the optics didn't look good. We also both know that there were way better candidates that you guys could have went with for president, but you guys didn't. And so now they bring you out, the big guns, because they need you to come up here and clean up this mess. Because you know what? You are a well-spoken man. Because I can tell you right now that your nominee is not. I can tell you that your nominee doesn't answer questions. Your nominee stutters all the time, and she spits out word salads. And you expect for us to vote for her. I'm black. I'm not stupid. I vote for policies. I vote for what's going to allow for my way of living to change. I vote so that everyone can have a chance and continue to be a free thinker and not have censorship. And then you got up here on this stage and insulted every black man in America. And it's not okay. And so now you guys are sitting here and you want us to vote for this administration, who has caused the highest inflation, grocery prices suck, and they don't let everybody in the border. And if I remember Barack Obama, you were the deporter in chief. You deported over 3 million people. And for your nominee to not even be smart enough that when someone asks her a question, what would she do differently than what Joe Biden did, and her to say nothing, is even more wild. So before you decide to get up here and attack every single black man on this planet, I want you to take a self-reflection and think about the behaviors that you're doing and that you're trying to put on us because we don't want to vote for Kamala. I want you to really look down deep inside of yourself and say, would you really vote for her if you wasn't a part of the Democratic Party? If it wasn't your job, would you really vote for her? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. Because the scrutiny that you went through to become president, she hasn't even went through. No one voted for her at all. You guys inserted her. And so now here you come, being the sweeper in chief, to try to clean up the mess.
I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub.
Collard greens in a bathtub, an image that's cheap and classless. You keep repeating the same old plantation bullshit, tired narrative we outgrew. Jokes on you. Collard greens in a bathtub, an image that's cheap and classless. Ooh.
You support reparations for black people. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Can't listen to the lies no more. You ratchetness and twerking in our face to degrade our image. It's not us, it's you. It shows your level of ignorance, not ours. Now the joke's on you. Your prejudice attitude is a buzz. You try to make us the butt of your jokes, but you exposing yourself. Oh.
So instead of Kamala Harris giving us policy to benefit black people, she gave us shaking Megan Thee Stallion. That is what she thinks black people deserves.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
You misrepresent us, but we stand tall. Confident in our lineage, proud and strong.
A prize for you, Barrack. We're going to continue to be free thinkers. We're going to continue to fight people who want to censor us. We're going to continue to be the people that we need to be because we are starting to arise. Because I don't like the word woke. We are starting to arise to the occasion so that we can create a better America where Democrats and conservatives and independents can live freely and prosperous. And you're right, we do need to turn the page because the book that I'm reading right now, if I turn the page based on what Kamala said about her own self, I would be signing up to read the book a little bit longer for 4 more years. And that's not what I want to do.
So former President Barack Obama says that black men, the brothers, is being sexist, and that's the reason why we're not turning out for Kamala, that she's a black woman and we don't want to support a black woman who went to school like us and all it. You know what? Let me not explain it. Let me just play it.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities, as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. When you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles.
She don't understand no goddamn struggle. She is not a native Black American, but she is a descendant of slave masters in Jamaica. So miss me with that, Mr. Obama.
My life and giving me the direction I always needed, because growing up, I did not know about my family, nor did I know how to find out about my family. So the fact that like I tried other avenues and I felt like I was getting scammed, going through his consultation, I really felt like someone was actually trying to help me out and throwing a lot of fat on my head, bro. Like a lot of the things that he dropped, a lot of the gems that he's gonna show you, wholeheartedly, man, hang on tight, because that shit blew my mind.
Stereotypes don't define our soul. We break barriers, taking control. You can paint us wrong, but we stand right, rise above all hate. Unified, no debate. Broke free from the chains we face by all the noise. But keep talking, you're the fool. We play it cool. Collard greens in a bathtub, an image that's cheap and classless.
And pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
So now we're supposed to just be guilted into going and voting for her. We're supposed to go and say, you know what, President Obama's right. We don't want to be sexist. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is a Black woman. If that was Michelle Obama, I would be more inclined to listen to Michelle than her. Because every time she opened her mouth is, I come from a middle class family, and my mother, you had a mother and a father. Talk about the contributions your father laid too. You want Black men? I'm a married Black man. There are so many hardworking married Black men, but you want to stand on this whole struggling Black woman thing. Come on, stop playing with us. Democrats are not doing nothing to make sure the Black family is together. They're not. They don't care about the Black family. And that's what y'all are perpetuating, this cycle of us being broken. In social with social media and so on and so forth. We're the programs to keep Black families together.
Keep repeating the same old plantation bullshit. Tired narrative we outgrew. Jokes on you.
So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub.
Collard greens in a bathtub, an image that's cheap and classless. Ooh. Collard greens in a bathtub, an image that's cheap and classless. Ooh.
Where are the programs for young Black men who have one of the highest suicide rates right now? Huh? Where are those programs for the inner city, for the young youth, for the Black boys that are struggling? There are none. They are one of the most targeted groups in America, and y'all not doing nothing. You see us getting killed, our young boys getting killed, our young boys not getting the proper education, our young boys not getting the proper support. Where is the programs for that? Let's start talking about what you're going to do to reunite the Black family and help the Black family come out of poverty. Fortunately for me, I'm not in this situation. I'm educated. I'm a homeowner. I'm married. I have multiple properties, and I'm also in the military. But what I can say is this: I love my people, and I want my people to succeed. And it pains me to see what goes on. I even have a nonprofit for young teens.
It pains me because I'm all by myself, yelling at a fucking wall by myself. Nobody cares. And so tell me what you're going to do. Stop talking about some middle class and your mom worked hard. I don't care. How are you going to help my people?
Same time directives that we approve, but we see through your facade. Jokes on you. Jokes on you.
I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about to have you running for president. Yeah. So we're both Indian, yes, but actually we're both South Indian. Yes.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear.
If not, then I'm not voting, because I don't want to vote for Trump either. But unfortunately, there is no good candidates. And the way the system's been put together, it's either one or the other, and the independents, they ain't even got nothing going on. And so now, this is the first time in history. I have been voting since I was 18 years old. This is the first time I've decided, look, you know what? I don't even want to participate. I don't even want to participate.
Sorry, Obama, I'm a black man and I'm voting for Donald Trump for president, and there is no amount of lecturing or bullying or shaming that you can do that is going to make me change that decision. I am not afraid to vote for Kamala Harris because she is a woman. I refuse to vote for Kamala Harris because she has spent the last 4 years destroying this country. She has spent the last 4 years throwing up the borders to illegal immigrants. She has spent the last 4 years destroying this economy. We have seen over the past couple of months that she is not fit to be president. She can barely speak. She can't articulate a vision. And actually, she's pretty stupid. And if you think that I, as a black man, am going to let that waltz into the White House, that is going to get my vote because you're lecturing me and you're bullying me, and you may be the surrogate black dad for a lot of fatherless black boys that are running around this country, but I got a dad, I know who he is, and it ain't you. I'm voting for Donald Trump for president. Take it or leave it. Sorry, Obama.
I really liked the information that I learned today, and it really opened up my mind. Before, I have to say that I was a little bit more closed-minded, and sadly, I didn't really understand a lot of the things about Native American history that my mom have been trying to tell me about the people in America. But this really opened my mind, and it also was really, really easy information to understand. Even though it was a lot of information, it was still very, very easy to understand. So I recommend, especially for the people with closed minds or the people who don't believe some things about ancestry and Native American history of Americans, and many Americans in America, I really recommend that they give this a shot and look at this information, because I do believe that it's different and that you will learn a lot.
And you learn so much about history that they don't teach in schools. They're not actually Black, but they were Native Americans. But just because of how they looked, then they would reclassify them differently. Like first they were Native, and then they became mulatto, and then they were colored, and then they were Black, and then they were African first, then American. So it's like so many different classifications, and it sort of like keeps our true identity buried. But this, you learn how to put together your family tree. You are actually taught how to not just put together a family tree, but to connect your background with your Native heritage. And that's very important.
Hello, America, and hello, Georgia. I'm Vernon Jones, former state representative from the great state of Georgia. And I'm out doing my normal morning jog. By the way, it's a great day to be in Georgia. It's a beautiful fall day. But anyhow, I just had to pause for the cause. I, like many of you, observed and listened and watched Barack Obama last night as he addressed Black men. But as a Black man, he did everything but address us. What he did, he berated black men, he rebuked black men, he even scolded black men, primarily because we will not fall in line and vote for Madam Lock Up Her Brother, Kamala Harris, because that's her record. As if black men are too stupid that we can't vote our self-interest, what's best for us, our pocketbook, our families. As if we've been immune to the past 3.5 years, as if we don't know that gas prices have been higher under Kamala Harris, food prices higher under Kamala Harris, interest rates on home mortgages higher under Kamala Harris, and runaway borders under Kamala Harris. But you know what? That's what the liberal white Democratic Party did. They dispatched Barack Obama out there to whip black men back on the plantation to vote Democrat. And you know, President Obama, he meant a lot to black people, but he didn't do anything for black people. And for him to want to come down from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard and tell black men how we should vote, really? You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that, and we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
Damn, he said Barack Obama don't even live in Chirac no more, y'all. Barack moved from Chirac to Martha's Vineyard. Damn. Hey, guys, honestly, it has been, what, like 16 years or something crazy since we all got fooled by the Obama psyops. I mean, Obama's very disconnected with the black community. He thinks that he still has some kind of clout or influence with us, when clearly that is not the case. Clearly that is oh so not the case. We do not forgive, we do not forget, and Obama did not do a goddamn thing for us. The most he did is suggest that some cops maybe wear body cameras. He didn't even make it like a federal law or anything. I mean, what did Obama truly do for us? I'll wait.
Pearson, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me. Especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, throughout her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone, actually, for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democrat Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
Yesterday, I spoke to a group of black men at Kenny's Barbershop in West Philadelphia about the issue that might decide this election: gender.
Obama made remarks on the campaign trail. He was at a stop, I think at Pittsburgh, right? And he said, I think there's some brothers out there who are on the fence, and they're saying it's because of this or that, but I think, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's because they have a problem electing a woman as president. And I just wonder for anybody who heard that, like what they thought of that.
I was deeply offended. I was deeply offended. And it felt like a moment where it's like, you N-words better get in line and do what we say. And it felt like him as the czar of the Democratic Party coming down to say, go get these N-words in line. And the general tone of it was disgusting. It was abhorrent. I don't respect it. I didn't like nothing about it. And Kamala, 2 days after that, is like, we love our black men. We have programs and things that we're rolling out for them, and she rolled out policy.
Good cop, bad cop. You know, because
I'm tired of the good cop, bad cop. I'm tired of it.
Black men have to be there for black women in the same way that black women have always been there for us as single parents, all that and more. And what he was ultimately trying to say is like, by not voting for Kamala Harris over basically somebody as a clown, it's almost like as a general disrespect.
But she's not the only person on the ballot.
Women are discriminated against.
Come on, y'all. Obama thought that the guilt, tripping, shaming tactics would work on us. Oh, you know what? Obama said he's disappointed and that we need to support the sister. So I'm going to vote for Kamala now because Obama said so. I mean, guys, the sad part of it is, if you watch Mike TV, you clearly do not lack critical reasoning skills, but a lot of people out there do. And a lot of people out there are going to say, you know what? I was going to vote for Trump. I wasn't going to vote for Kamala. But now because of what Obama said, I think I'm going to vote for Kamala. The fact that there are people out there that easily swayed, that's a scary thought, guys. That's a very, very scary thought indeed. But don't go anywhere. As soon as this broadcast ends, the next stream is going to begin automatically. I'll see you over there in just a moment.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.